Next up, we've got Alan Bray, one of the country's most experienced competitors. And he's got his working cocker, Devon Gem, Fire Starter, and Up and Over Tigers. That, of course, is the dog's Kennel Club name. All the dogs that you see competing here must be registered with the Kennel Club, either on the pedigree register or the activities register. And they get given handlers choose a name, and they'll also have their pet name as well. Covering the ground really quickly here at the moment. Difficult weave entry, nicely done. Alan crosses behind the weaves. The handler can choose whatever the course they want to. Oh, just a little bit of a stutter there, but he's still going, still clear. 2 more to go. Over our sponsor Skinner's Jump. And the last obstacle, yes, well done, Alan. Again, good time, 44.713. We're just waiting for our judge to get in position. And next to go is Donna Lewis with Icenaries Celtic Amethyst. Chinese crested, again, a breed that you don't see a lot of, but very well suited. If you're watching this and you've got a dog and you don't do agility, anybody can have a go at this. There is no age limit for handler, no upper or lower limit. The only stipulation we have in our rules is that the dog has to be 18 months of age before it can compete. So just 5 faults there, picked up on the seesaw, going very nicely. And a pole down, so that's going to be 10 faults that they're going to carry through at the moment. Fur and ears everywhere on this little dog, looking fantastic. Oh, he thinks he's finished, I think. No, he hasn't. Come on, 1 more to go. Well done, Donna. And now, lining up, we have Joe Turner. Twinius Goldeneye, obviously a James Bond fan, with working Cocker Spaniel. Never draws breath the whole way around, this dog, I don't think. It's just barks continually, saying how much fun it's having. And the dogs really do have fun. People say, oh, the dogs look as though they're enjoying themselves. And I can assure you they do. All our training is done with positive reward methods. Rewarding either with play or food or a toy. And to them, the dogs, this is just a fantastically big game and one which they absolutely adore. Going well so far. Come on, Joe, just a couple more to go. Looking for a good time as well. Oh, it is 40.384. Well done. Fantastic round for Joe Turner and Twinius Goldeneye. Now we've got Ros Quail, Glycosoteria Sunshine. Sheltie, again, a very another popular breed here in this country. Oh, had a look at that jump on the way into the tunnel. She's round the back of that one, across the arena now, turns towards the seesaw, makes the up contact and the down, and it was touching when the dog got off. They must enter the weaving poles to the right, so there's a mistake there, so that's 5 faults. Into the tunnel. Now there'll be this sharp turn they want now. It's all about sharp turns, tight lines. They want to make straight lines out of things if they can. So she's finishing there just with 5 faults to refusal and a time of 48.380. So next to go, we've got Jane Emmett with Mitre Who Dares Wins. Another Sheltie, different colour this time, but the same dog, same type of dog. Oh, again, another dog just had a quick look at that, and then there was some confusion, so that's the refusal because it didn't go straight in that tunnel. You can see our judge Peter moving across the arena, following the dog, wants to get himself in the best position to be able to see exactly what's happening. And again, a mistake there, and now an elimination, which is really, really unfortunate. It's one of those things that when it starts to go wrong in agility, it continues to go wrong, and picking up an elimination there for 3 refusals. 3 refusals anywhere on the course means that the dog's an elimination, but because the judge is such a very nice man, he's letting them carry on.
Right, next under starters orders we have CHERYL Harkness with Hillside Gems Triptronic, a working Cocker Spaniel. Bit of a difference of opinion there on the start line. So a nice straight line over 1, 2 and 3, turning back to go up and over the dog walk. Bit of a leap off the down of the dog contact there, unfortunately, so that picking up 5 faults there. Now this open line across the middle of the arena. Turning back to the seesaw. And the dog just making the contact there. Coming back across to the weaves. And again turning back tightly into the tunnel. And back to the A-frame now, so on the downhill straight of the course now. Number 17, nice tight turn there, coming back across. So there we go, that is a time of 44.344 with just the 5 faults there for CHERYL and the dog. Right, next under starters orders is LARA Staplehurst with Jet Black Jazz, another working Cocker Spaniel. So again, a nice little tight turn back onto the dog walk. Straight up and into the tunnel, now back around for the outside of that jump, across the middle of the arena. Putting in a blind switch there to straighten the dog up for the jump. Now turning tightly through the Kennel Club jump and back into the weaving poles. So now back and up into the tunnel. So now we're into the second half of the course, turning back now to the A-frame. Nice running contact through the top of the contact point there, but just picking up a slight refusal at 17 for that slight hesitation. And finishing there in a time of 44.659, again with just that 1 refusal of 5 faults. So next to run is Carolina Walker, running Twisting Turning Twix, a Jack Russell Terrier. The dog taking again a nice line up to the bit of a leap onto the contact there. And back around as the dog goes around the outside of number 6, across the middle, back around now down to the seesaw, which of course is quite hard work for these smaller dogs. It's all very well for the collies who've got a lot of weight behind them, but these smaller dogs sometimes do struggle to tip the seesaw. So into the tunnel. Now into this combination where they take that tight turn around the top of number 14 and come back down over the A-frame. Unfortunately just leaping off the contact there, just didn't quite get it striding right. And now picking up an elimination for the wrong side of number 17. And they're finished in a time of 52.728, but sadly they were eliminated. So next to run we have ASHLEIGH BUTLER with the agility champion, the Closet Monster of Ashpen. This is ASHLEIGH's younger dog, although they've already got a very mature partnership. and always very exciting to watch them. Ashley has such a lovely bond with her dogs. And Sullivan just took a little bit of a look there at that jump after the dog walk, but Ashley managed to straighten him up again for the tunnel. Oh, and just picked up, I'm not sure what happened there, he just came off the side of the seesaw before he could get the up contact. Beautiful, strong entry into the weaves there, and Ashley taking off using those lovely long legs that she has. Very unfair advantage. A lovely running contact through the A-frame, and just these last 3 jumps to finish now. Beautiful blind switch between 18 and 19. Such a shame though, so that was a lovely time of 42.158, but just with the 5 faults for that refusal at the seesaw. Next to run we have Sharon Brewster with Shaz on Fire's Wickedly Wild, a miniature poodle. Sharon, of course, very well known for running her poodles. This evidently is the latest one. Nice starting combination there, 1, 2, 3, and back up to the dog walk. Sharon giving a lovely line there straight from the dog walk into the tunnel with no hesitation from the dog. Now coming across and turning back down to the seesaw. Again, the poor light little dog having a bit of a job to tip that seesaw, but nicely into the weaves there. And Sharon running very effectively in front of the dog to indicate a nice clear line for the dog to follow. Beautiful running contact there. So just the 3 to go. Now come on, Sharon. Oh, commentator's curse strikes again. A refusal for missing out number 18, and then elimination for taking number 19. I think that must have been my fault for thinking we were going to get a nice clear round there. So next on the start line we have Stuart Carter with Penwill's Moonshine, a working Cocker Spaniel. Stuart is rather well known for having run Storm, his agility champion Cape Conquest, but now obviously having switched allegiance to Cocker Spaniels. Oh, and I don't know what happened there, but the dog decided that it picked up the dog walk instead. But obviously the dog has no idea it's been eliminated, so carrying on running as if they were still clear. Nicely into the weaving poles there. Missing out the tunnel as well. Just looks like the dog might be lacking a little bit of confidence in the big arena environment. Still running beautifully for Stuart here. Right, next under starters orders we have Louise Raine with Morgan's Fallen Angel, a cross, which I'm guessing from appearance is probably a cockapoo. Beautiful tight turn there over 2 and back around 3 to the dog walk now. Nice solid contact. So they're going out around the back of number 6 now and straight across the middle of the arena. Picking up a nice tight turn back to the seesaw. And sending the dog beautifully into the weaving poles. And Louise just doing a front cross change at the end of the weaving poles. But unfortunately the dog picked up the wrong side of number 14 there to be eliminated. But they've got themselves back together and they're on their way again to finish the rest of the course. So that was a shame. It was a lovely first half there, but just the wheels fell off for the second half, unfortunately. Right, next to run we have Louise Eden from Jersey with Obeys the Boys High Voltage, her Sheltie. So Louise actually is over from Jersey and is part of the Team GB. using her long legs to full advantage there, crossing the middle of the ring. Just the judge not quite sure as to whether to give that 5 faults, but the dog did actually technically leave the equipment before the seesaw touched the ground, so that was an elimination, a refusal there at the tunnel, but Louise managed to get it back to avoid elimination. So just the 3 obstacles left to go, the 3 jumps. So that's a time of 47.026, but unfortunately with the 10 faults there. So next under starters orders we have Terry WALLBANK running Billy Bob, a Jack Russell Terrier. So just as a reminder for everybody, this is the Olympia Small Stakes semi-final. So the top dogs from this, the top 10, will be invited to compete at Olympia at the end of the year. So Terry getting a great turn of speed there to get down past the tempting jump at the bottom of the dog walk. Turning back nicely down to the seesaw. Nice solid seesaw contact there. Now coming back around to the weaving poles. Cueing the turn nice and early there into the tunnel. And getting ahead of the dog to make sure that they picked up the right side of that number 14, which does seem to have caught a few dogs out. It's around number 17, just these 3 obstacles to go. Now come on, Terry. Yes, there we go. So that is a clear round in a time of 44.172.